Hello and welcome to Flossmas number 3. It is December the 3rd, 2024, and I am the Stitching Owl, so Flossmas is all about cross stitch for me. It has been a busy day of stitching, and I must say there's a lot of red going on. It is one of the Christmas colors, of course. And it's looking very Christmassy outside. We got even more snow last night. We opened the front door this morning to discover a couple feet of snow right against. So my husband had another couple hours, plus a bit, of shoveling in order to get out today. But it's pristinely white and the roads are being cleared effectively, so I can't ask for more. So let's see where we are with our Advent boxes. So the first one that I'm going to chat about today is the Evertote Roxy Floss Co. Modern Folk Embroidery Nordic pattern, and I have been wrong. So the past couple of days I've been espousing that everything's probably going to have a mode of transportation in the photo, and day 3 does not, unless you think that you can ride a cookie somewhere. So this is about the baking at Christmas and the enjoyment of something very sweet. And this time I remembered my glasses. It says, let's make something tasty today. And of course, Jacob at Modern Folk Embroidery has prepared a lovely video. Please check out his floss tube, because he's making such a fine effort every day, and he's such a talented gentleman, not only with stitching and designing, but with music. So today we got another red called Smitten. Now, when I watched Caroline's Day 3 Flossmas, she said that this was just a shade lighter than what we had on the first day. So it goes together with it well. Now, Caroline has said it's quite all right if you don't put the stitches in the same place, or if you choose another colorway than what they are providing. So I made a subtle change today. I do have my third day stitched, and I'm not sure whether you can see the subtle change. This particular Roxy Floss Co. is called Oakwood, I believe. Redwood. So it is a dark red, but it's not variegated in the same way that Smitten is. So when we look, the diamond shapes I have done in the solid, and then the rest of this I have done in Smitten. So there's just a little bit of variety in the intensity of the look of the red, but it still is definitely red. We're still not sure whether those are apples or gems, and we don't know what these are going to be balanced on, but perhaps tomorrow we will find out. So today it was a little bit more than 200 stitches. Jacob very, very kindly lets us know how many stitches we are stitching each day. And he is trying to keep it in the 200 range. My other mystery Advent, and why I'm not showing what we're looking forward to because I don't know, is the Tiny Modernist Advent banner pattern. And today I have the cutest Christmas tree. One of the reasons that I really wanted to do the Tiny Modernist advent calendars, I thought that each of the motifs could easily be taken out of the overall pattern and made into an ornament next year. And I would say this is true of this adorable Christmas tree. Now, I will say that some of the baubles are not showing up as well on my video as they do in real life. Each limb has a different bauble at the end of it. This was a quicker stitch this time than doing the top banner plus the Merry Christmas outlining. I do have a new start. Erica of Fibers and Floss Canada is hosting the 12 Days of Stitchmas, and she is posting them on Instagram and then also doing supporting Flosstubers. Because it's 12 days, she is recording every other day, and I am retired. Erica is not. She's a busy, busy lady, and her children are younger than mine. So I consider it a privilege that we get 12 days going. Now, on the first day of Stitchmas, she released a complimentary pattern that is adorable. So I'm going to put the mock-up up here. And I just thought I really do need to stitch this month. And I realize, wow, Karen's getting a lot of red stitching, but one of the things that I'm doing is each of my stitches is using a different kind of floss. So one day, Saturdays we have stitch-ins at my needle workshop, which is ever so kind of them to set aside a room with a table for us. And there's one very generous lady there, not going to name names, who has given me, wow, I think one week there was 15 past magazines, and I got to pick from it seemed like a pile of 30 or so of them. Might have even been 40. And she also gave me a huge bag of floss. And it is Anchor and JP Coats. So for this particular stitch for Erica, I did start in the center. This is a modest 100. You can see that it's definitely going to be a house. I do plan to get the whole house done for tomorrow. And this is a JP Coats 40 count white Verdal and one strand. The coverage is fine. It is cotton. So I appreciate being given the free floss. Now I have just realized that I neglected to say that my tiny Modernist, I am stitching on an 18 count Aida called Jade, and my Nordic pattern from the Evertote Advent box is on 20 count Glacier from Roxy Floss Co. Now that was the perfect thing to chatter about while I changed my clips. I have been stitching along with Laura, Stitching by the Shore, and Amy Renewing Stitches with Textilly's Spirit of Christmas. And what we discovered was that, yes, I am taking each of the baubles out, and here I got the piece bauble finished. So this is a dove, and that's the olive leaf, which is your sign of peace, little heart for love, and then this decorative element up there. I think this is gorgeous, so I'm going to finish this as a circular ornament, and Yes, I do think that I'm going to put some beading on this. And then my last stitch is Cozy Christmas, modern folk embroidery pattern that I'll show the mock-up up here. It is, of course, a digital mock-up. Now with this, I am using a variegated DMC red 115, and I am stitching on 22 count Aida cloth, and I added another 200 stitches, so we're a little over 600 stitches now for the 3 days. And you can see that I completed this Christmas tree, got a lot of the surrounding snowflakes in, and this is going to be the side of a building. Today I did not go any farther with the top, but I can say that this is halfway across, and I'm past halfway down as well. So this is not going to be very big, but when you are working with something like 22 or 25 count, you're often making things quite a bit smaller. So that is my stitching for today. And today, with my moment for being thankful, I'm going to say that I'm very thankful for family. I have been fortunate to be brought up in an encouraging and warm atmosphere by parents who loved the 3 of us dearly. They didn't really intend all 3 of us to become musicians, but that is what happened. And we were very noisy, 2 pianos and a cello going by the time we were all teenagers simultaneously. But they supported our endeavors, and we've each found our way happily through our music. And after getting married, I am blessed to be over 40 years with my husband, and I have 3 amazing children that I consider are gifts every single day of my life. I actually went into marriage thinking I wasn't going to be able to have children, so to be given 3 is quite amazing. So yes, I am thankful for family and family love today. For those of you who were naming that tune yesterday, thank you. I would say that everybody got the first Noel very easily out of my performance, my recording. The adjoining tune, a number of you were like, wow, that's familiar. And a few of you thought it might be Pachelbel's Canon. It was not Pachelbel's Canon, but it was a piece from that period of time. It was a piece called Jesu Joy of Man's Desiring by Johann Sebastian Bach. And it is a choral work with a very familiar background. And as a matter of fact, when I was, a teenager, hooked on classics was a thing where they took classical music and put a drummed machine to it and electrified the sound. And Jesu Joy of Man's Desiring in this electric way was actually a melody that was used for the introduction for football for a number of years. So it's I've played it for weddings, for brides to float down the aisle, and obviously it has a wide range of uses. So I'm going to do the same thing again today and say, name that tune. Today there is only 1 tune being played, and I do think everybody should recognize it. There will be times where I will do less common Christmas carols, but today I think you've got it. And here it is. hope that you will all comment below with what you think that piece was. I was really pleased to see how many people were making their guesses yesterday. It is so much fun making these videos for you. Thank you for joining me today for day 3 of Flossmas 2024. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.